Hi, I'm James Ball, founder of the Interview Academy, and welcome to our series on how to answer the most common interview questions that you're ever likely to face. Today's question is, tell me about yourself. Now, I've been in the recruitment industry for nearly 20 years, and from my experience, this is a question that you're almost guaranteed to get asked in an interview. So it's absolutely vital that you make sure that you get the answer to this question fully prepped in your head. Now, whilst I can't tell you exactly what to say because I'm not you, I've no idea what your strengths and weaknesses are, and I've got no idea what kind of job you're looking for, there are some very right and some very wrong ways of answering this question. The first thing you should do when planning your answer is to consider the following three main points. Number one, what does your interviewer actually want to hear? Number two, what have you got that they want? And number three, what proof have you got? Because obviously there's no point in just saying something that they want to hear without being able to give some very specific examples of how you can do it. The best bit of advice I could give you is to get hold of a job specification in advance of the interview. The recruiter should be able to send you a copy in advance if you haven't got one. When you get it, go through it a few times. Highlight any qualifications or skills or experiences that you see on it that match yours. 2 or 3 accomplishments or skills should be enough for what you need to do for this task. Then what you need to do is to mold all of those into a really good answer about yourself and your strengths. Now, another great thing to talk about in this answer is what got you first interested in your current career path and what your plans are for the future. But only do this if you think that this is relevant and impressive to the company. So, for example, did a particular experience at school or college get you interested in the industry? Or maybe environmental sustainability is something that you've always wanted to fight for. Whatever your personal circumstances, make sure that your answer fits with their requirements. Don't go off topic, don't start rambling about experiences you had years and years ago, what you like doing in your spare time and how your aim in life is to settle down and start a family. None of those are bad things, and whilst you might feel that they're relevant to the question because you're asking about yourself, they're not relevant. The interviewer is asking you this question for a very specific reason, and that's to find out how suitable you are for the job and not your entire life history. Now, normally this question is one of the first you'll have to face in an interview, so ultimately it can potentially frame the rest of the interview and how it's going to pan out. So giving a really impressive answer which instantly identifies you as a potentially suitable candidate for the role puts you on a very strong footing from the off. Basically, all you really need to remember when answering this question is this: how will you benefit them? So as an example, if I was applying to a marketing role, for instance, I might say something like this. I studied English and philosophy at university and took a marketing module in the first year, which I found really fascinating. And this ignited my passion for digital, and I spent a lot of my spare time reading up on the latest techniques and tools involved in the marketing process. This helped me get my first job as a marketing assistant straight out of university. And I've now been at that agency for 10 years, and I've led a variety of different campaigns, which included one which made the client £100,000 in a week. And I'm hoping to move on to an in-house role so I can really get my teeth stuck into a business and see the results of my hard work. Now, this answer is good because it's detailed and it's relevant and it flows well together, and I'm not just throwing facts at you. Another bit of advice with this question is to keep it snappy. Don't waffle if your nerves will allow it, and your answer should last for no longer than 30 seconds. And one last thing, keep it natural. You don't want to sound like a robot. So whilst your answer should be practiced and rehearsed, make sure that it doesn't sound stilted. Okay, that's it. If you want full details on how to answer this question and the other remaining 9 most common interview questions, then click on the link below and download our free guide which will give you full details on what you should be saying in these questions and some sample answers. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button on this page, and there you'll find our other videos on how to answer the other 9 most common interview questions and much, much more. Good luck with the interview.